If there was a train barreling down on a bunch of workers who were working on the track, would you pull a lever to divert the train and kill just one worker working on the other tracks? That's called the trolley problem in philosophy and ethics. It's actually a family of problems. The trolley problems, you can throw in a bunch of wrenches and make the situation way more complicated. Throw in family members, push a guy off of a bridge, all sorts of crazy stuff. It gets pretty wild. So I'm not going to answer that for you guys here, but I do want to share a poem I wrote about the trolley problem, which is featured in issue 3 of my science fiction and fantasy magazine, Sages, Mages, and Wisdom Machines. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to talk about the L. That's the elevated train in Chicago. Today's the day. I know that well. Today I'll have to take the L. The train is fine for transportation. That's not the source of my consternation. You see, I avoid the L at all cost to keep my mind from getting lost. There is a dilemma, and I can't stand it, which keeps me from this public transit. It's known in class as the trolley problem, a series of dilemmas, and I can't solve them. What would you do if from down the tracks came a runaway train with its cars jam-packed, bound for workers taking their last breath unless you pull a lever to send it left? To divert the train means life for many, but death for one, the new guy, Kenny. He's busy welding on the other track, headphones in, showing you his back. The dilemma's a problem for the dull and the clever. Just think of it. Would you pull that lever? If you refrain, you'll surely die, but at least you won't have killed a guy. But if you pull to send it left, only Kenny's wife will be bereft. What should we do? How can we choose? In either decision, a life we lose. That's bad enough, but it gets worse. What if it was your loved one bound for a hearse? If Kenny was your father, brother, or son, would he then have more value than everyone? Endless scenarios are generated, the questioner never satiated. To stop the train, would you toss a young lass? Would you push a fat man off an overpass? What would Kant say if he were in my midst? Should I act as a deontologist, or should I heed John Stuart Mill? Should the consequences determine who I kill? Perhaps there's a third way, a mean of gold, that which will best cultivate my soul. This deliberation has made me screwy, for that I can thank Dr. Louis. He dropped this bomb onto my lap. It's his fault I'm still thinking of this stupid stuff. I've avoided all trains till I can answer well, but today I'm forced to take the L. If I could, I'd rather Uber. I'd take a Lyft, skateboard, or scooter. My therapist says I have to face my fear. She's making me ride the L for a year. So here I am as the train arrives with a stiff upper lip, trying not to cry. I should make peace with my station. It does no good to pout. Man, I really, really hope the train's brakes aren't out. All right, so was this just a giant ad to get you to buy my new science fiction and fantasy magazine? Maybe it was, but you got a little poem out of that. Check out issue number 3 of Sages, Mages, and Wisdom Machines on my Etsy shop, Parker Zines. Find that link where people find links.